You gotta want it.
Hello my friends, I am Hillsboro2D2P and this is Stoneblocks 2. To start, this is not my first playthrough of Stoneblocks 2. I had such a good time playing it the first time that I figured I'd try it again so that everybody could see the joy I got out of it. I plan to make these episodes between 15 and 20 minutes apiece, but that's not to say they can't be shorter or longer. And I hope to release two a week, one on Wednesday and another on Saturday. My way of doing this is going to be a little different than most playthroughs that are done on YouTube. To start, I will not be showing you all the legwork like resource collecting and building that you commonly see in playthroughs. My plan is I'll work on stuff and then I will give you a tour of what I've done. And finally, after that's all said and done, I will do basically a block spotlight on all the blocks I used for that episode. By blocks I mean things like generators, ore grinders, that type of thing. I'm not talking about blocks like steps or stone bricks. Those are kind of pointless. You can figure them out pretty easily. It doesn't require a whole lot of, information in order to get it done. I want to kind of make this one different than my first time around. There were like mods last time that I really didn't use. I'm really going to try to use, such as the cow mod in this, where you use cows to get certain resources, mostly like liquid resources, sort of like say molten iron that you can actually turn into iron ingots. And my goal last time was to create a rainbow generator and create a top tier Draconic Evolutions energy storage unit. I managed to do both of those. I'll show you those before this episode's over. This season I haven't really developed a goal yet. I figure as time goes on, I'll figure out what that goal is going to be, and I'll work my way from there. Another thing I should let you know is I do not have the art gene. I will try and try, but it's just not there. I will do my best to avoid doing like square and rectangular rooms. I do use a lot of machines to actually make stuff, because it's just better at it than I am. And my other downside for my artistic ability is I'm colorblind, so I cannot guarantee that the colors you see are going to look right. Many times if they do, it's because I've gotten some outside help in the matching of colors. Chances are it wasn't all me if it looks good. Another thing is this has magic mods, and to be honest, I just don't like magic mods. However, one of the magic mods in here is Thaumcraft, and I might try to do that, but there is no promises. For this first episode, it's going to be relatively short. I'll take you a tour of the base I created, and then after that's all said and done, I'll get started on the new game. And you will actually see me do some work, because honestly at the beginning of a game there's just really not a whole lot of stuff you do outside of basically grind. So that way if you're not familiar with this mod pack, you can get familiar with how to start it. So like I said, let's move on. That's basically all I had to say. Now let's go ahead and go do a tour. Alright. To start, I made this thing a pyramid, but upon finishing it off, I realized it is way too big for what I needed. There is just so much open space. I definitely did not need it. Huh, pet rock. You get one of those for almost basically for free at the beginning. Okay. This floor is concrete. It lets you move really fast. See, I had one little agriculture thing from mystical agriculture. Down here, we have my AE room again. Look at that. Look at that control. It's just way bigger than I needed for this whole base. Alright. Over here we have another downstairs. You may wonder why I jumped, because those little blocks actually slow me down versus the concrete. Down here I had a wither farm. Just hit the button. Back up. Wait for the explosion. There it is. And then he's in there dying. I know there are faster ways to kill him, but I just kind of get a certain satisfaction from suffocating him to death. Moving on. Okay, we go over here. Another thing in this is chickens. I'm going to try to limit what I do in chickens because it just feels in many cases kind of cheaty, but there will be some I will use. Speaking of that, this is my chicken breeding room. There will still be chickens used. It's just not going to be as prominent as it was in my game right here. On the opposite side, we have our environmental tech room. I think I went to, tier 1 is it. And I just, when I needed to, I just switched out between the void resource miner and the void ore miner. But yeah, I mean, I didn't do a whole lot with it other than, just the miner. Coming over here, we got where I produce the power. The rainbow generator. Just as a note, this is the first time I've actually used a rainbow generator. Another thing, you'll notice the floor here is different. I have lava underneath glass. The reason for that is this frosty generator creates the snow you see, and the lava actually melts it away, so that way it doesn't build up into blocks of snow. Behind that is the dangerous generators. Things like my TNT generator. I'm not going to go back there because even if I was in creative mode, there's something that can kill you. On to the upstairs to see what it's like. I'm going to do something probably similar to this build. Like I said, won't nearly be as big, but I think it will probably be fairly consistent to this. Here is where all the sifting is gone, so I could get resources. Then this is basically my cobble works, building all the basics: cobblestone, glass, sand, and like. Again, see, this sucker is so big it takes forever just to walk. And in here are the chickens I used. These chickens I will definitely be using again. I just like having the availability of all 16 different colors. And then these are ones I decided to make chickens for ease. Probably won't be using these guys again, at least not in the capacity of using them for their resources. Over here are my bonsais. This one I think I'm going to probably try to do more on. They're a little slow, but they are definitely useful. And here, this is where all the red matter, dark matter is made, as well as on this side is all the mystical agricultural production that that garden down there creates this, and this helps to create all the rest. I believe that is it for this level. Up to the next level, and there it is, the storage. I will show that to you at the very end. Well, close to the very end, that is. Here is the crafting area. We got Draconic Evolution and actually additions, the Empower. On this one, we have my Neutronium collecting. And this is where I do all my EMC. Again, see, I told you I made it so big that it didn't even have anything to put in there. And the final haul is, oh, yep, basically the result of sifting. This side, all the like gems and things that you can get. On this side, all the ores that you get, and compactors. Alright, that's it for that level. Now, just to show you what I mean by the final tier, and this sucker can hold more energy than you'd probably ever use. Alright. Click on it. Almost infinite capacity. See that? That is... You got millions, billions, trillions, quadrillions, I believe it is, and then I don't remember what place that 9 holds. But look at this. I got 8.9 trillion RF stored up. It's not even at 1%. It's just, and that's at 25 million RF per tick. Yeah, it's huge. I can't imagine anybody ever using that up. Alright. And last but not least, I should probably show you where my starting area was. I did not really make that pretty. I mean, there's really no reason. It's a starting area, and I moved here. What would be the point? Yep, see here, completely unrefined. By the way, that bacon on my bar may be some of the best food ever. But see here, you got chests, crates, even one chicken, all my trophies. Basically real basic stuff. Early power and early machines that I was using. Coming down here, and you have my mob grinder, as well as my GP power from extra utilities, and my ability to make pink slime, and my smeltery. And that is about, oh, and then here we have our way to get to both the mining dimension as well as the end dimension. I say end dimension because you don't really have an end in the traditional sense anymore. Not in this pack. And down there just leads to bedrocks so that I can make a certain thing for Ender IO. With that said, I will leave it here, and I will see you in a few in a new map. Okay, and here we are, brand new world. As you can see, you basically start in, I guess, what you'd call a box of stone. I mean, this pack, there's no sky in this pack. Everything is underground, and the thing is, I can dig and dig and dig through here all I want. I will never find a single resource. There are no ores of any type in the overworld. In order for you to get ores, you have to actually go to the mining world, which means you have to dig a stair all the way to the ceiling, and then you will be warped into the mining world. But that doesn't mean you don't actually ever have to mine a single thing in the mining world. You can just do everything through sifting, which we'll get to, but probably not in this episode. This is just a basic of showing you what's going on. And with that said, let's do it. Alright, to start, remember my pet rock? Boom. There he is. New pet rock. And he eats stonium. Oh, he's my best friend forever. There he is. Now push him back, because I got to keep him out of the way. There we go, that should do it. And I believe if you just tap him, oh, nope, that's not it. Hold on. Let's get him pushed back. I'm trying to remember exactly how it is. Oh, nope, that's not it either. There it is. If you shift, right click, he'll stay. Otherwise, he'll follow you everywhere you go. Alright, now let's look at the quest book. You got 9 different basically quest lines you can follow. First one is just Stoneblock, has basically the most, using basic multiple times, basically the most basic quests that you can do. I mean, getting wood, getting cobblestone. I mean, pretty simple. Next, you have storage. It's the different forms of storage. We're not talking chests here. I don't think there's anything to get chests. I don't even think that's in this. Yep, nope. Well, there is. It's stone chests. But the different types, AE, storage drawers, what is this from, I can't even remember, industrial, I can't even remember it. It does, well, from that mod. And then, of course, your large storage crates and your barrels from Yaba. Next is chickens. Lots and lots of chickens. Remember I talked to you about the chickens? I'm not sure I'm gonna do a whole lot in the chickens, because I mean, this could really put things on easy mode. I will do a few chickens, but I'm not gonna do a whole lot of them. Cows. Remember I was telling you about the cows? This is something where I think I'm gonna get into more often. And I'm sorry if I'm starting to sound different, but I've been congested and I'm starting to clog back up again. For all I know, it might make me sound better on the video. We'll see. Mystical agriculture. This is probably something I'm going to try to get started as soon as possible, because there is just so much you can do with it. I actually have quite a bit of fun, but it is very time consuming. Another one is Draconic Evolution. Unlike in normal Minecraft, when you're doing Draconic Evolution, you have to fight the End Dragon and the Chaos Dragon in order to get things done. That's not the case in this. Instead, you got to go back over the chickens. No, you got to go back over to Stoneblock. If you look up here, you have 2 chickens here. This one is the Mighty Ender Chicken. That replaces the End Dragon. And the other one is the Chaos Chicken, which replaces the Chaos Dragon. Both of these have to be summoned in a special way, which we will get to later. Alright. Another one of the quest lines is Project E. If you have never had any experience with this can make things super easy once you get to a point where you can generate a lot of EMC power, because it will basically, it's replicators like in Star Trek is what it comes down to. You have to have enough EMC power, and you could basically copy anything with an EMC number. Extreme crafting. make some really powerful weapons and armor. This is something you probably want to do when you start getting into EMC or Project E. And then last but not least, Thaumcraft. Like I said, I may tackle this. Heck, I may even try to make this my goal. But I wouldn't hold my breath. Like I said, I really hate magic mods. And with all that, alright, let's just actually get a little bit started. First thing you need to do is you need to summon the power of the Iron Fist and punch some rocks. And you have to punch some rocks with your hand. If you do it without, say I decided to stay with pebbles, I don't think you get the pebbles. Maybe you do, and maybe it just takes longer, but I don't think so. I think it just destroys the block. Yep, see, it just destroys the block. You have to summon the Iron Fist and use your hand. It goes faster anyways. Punch. 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 And, oh, see, I completed my first quest, Building Blocks of Life. Go over here to the book. Get a random reward. I got myself an early sag mill. How nice. That could be useful later. Sorry about that. Alright, next thing I need to do though is take these. Oop. Yeah, matter of fact, just do all of them. There we are. Give me 4 cobblestone. With that, I can make a stone crafting table. Go ahead and put that over here in the corner. I have a stone crafting table, didn't I? Oh, I have to do it again. First thing first. Go ahead and pick this back up. Then, empty ham, so summon the Iron Fist. What? 2. Alright. Now, alright. Hold that in there. Alright, how many do I have to actually make? Ah, that's why I need 12. So, we'll just keep going. I will be going north to build my main building, my main base. So you won't see me really do anything in the practice space in that direction. I'll probably go south. Go south in order to build my starter base. And unlike in the last one, I will more than likely move my mob farm over to the main base. I had planned to. It was going to go down where the wither killer was. Yeah, I probably got enough already, but might as well make it look nice. Yep, that's definitely enough. Because I don't really need these stones. Look at that. Cobblestone and crafting. Got 2 more. Give me that one. 6 phantom faces. Wow, I definitely might use those later. And 2 double layer capacitors. Not much use for that yet, but Definitely a nice one for later. Finally, give me this here. And I will get one more. Might as well make a chest to start putting all my valuable stuff in. Wait a minute here. That wasn't it. Hold on here. What was the chest again? Yep, do that. Yeah, that's another way you can get into it. Chest. Cobble chest is... There it is. Cobble chest. Ah, that's right. And I don't have enough. I will need just a hair more. And that should do it. Ah, no, yeah, there it is. And there's that. Get my quest reward. And I got a building gadget. Alright, I got some good stuff, but a lot of it's a little bit on the early side. So basically what I'm going to end up doing is throwing down this chest and throwing it all in there. Everything I am not going to need forever. This, however, I will throw on down because I will be using that sooner than later. And with that, I think we're going to call episode 1 over. Thank you for sticking with me, and I hope I will see you again next time. Till then, enjoy life.